Picture this. It's December 22nd, 2032. Families are gathered, children are giddy with anticipation. But instead of carols, a different sound fills the air, a deafening roar. An asteroid, a celestial Grinch named 2024 YR4, is hurtling towards Earth. Okay, hold on. Before you cancel Christmas and invest in a bunker, let's take a deep breath. The scenario above, highly unlikely. While it's true that astronomers are tracking an asteroid named 2024 YR4, and yes, there's a tiny chance it intersect with Earth's orbit on a certain December day, the odds are overwhelmingly in our favour. Think of it like this: winning the lottery is more likely than 2024 YR4 ruining your holiday feast. So relax, grab some eggnog, and let's explore the science behind this holiday threat and why you shouldn't lose any sleep over it. 2024 YR4 was first spotted by the watchful eyes of the La Silla Observatory in Chile. These astronomical sleuths, armed with powerful telescopes, are constantly scanning the cosmos for any celestial objects that might wander too close to our home planet. They're like the planetary neighbourhood watch, keeping us safe from cosmic intruders. Now you might be wondering, how big is this asteroid anyway? Well, it's estimated to be somewhere between 40 and 90 metres in diameter. That's about the size of a football field, not exactly the planet-killing behemoths you see in disaster movies. But hey, even a football field-sized rock falling from space is nothing to sneeze at. If it were to hit Earth, and remember that's a big if, it could pack a punch comparable to 500 Hiroshima bombs. That's definitely enough to ruin anyone's day. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that 2024 YR4 does end up on a collision course with Earth. What would that look like? Well, it depends on where it hits. If it lands in the ocean, which is the most likely scenario, given that our planet is mostly water, it could trigger massive tsunamis, wreaking havoc on coastal areas. If it hits land, well, let's just say you wouldn't want to be anywhere near the impact zone. Scientists compare a potential impact to the Tunguska event of 1908, where a mysterious explosion likely caused by an asteroid or comet flattened trees over 800 square miles of Siberian forest. Luckily, the Tunguska event happened in a remote area. A similar event near a populated area would be devastating. But before you start stocking up on canned goods and building an underground bunker, remember, the chances of 2024 YR4 actually hitting Earth are still incredibly slim. We're talking less than a 3% chance according to the latest calculations. Now, you might be thinking, okay, 3% is still not zero. What if those odds play out? What's our plan B? Well, the good news is that scientists around the world have been thinking about this very problem for years, and they've come up with some pretty ingenious solutions for deflecting a potentially hazardous asteroid. One option is the kinetic impactor method, basically playing cosmic billiards with the spacecraft. Remember the DART mission? NASA successfully crashed a spacecraft into a small asteroid, proving we can change an asteroid's trajectory. Then there's the gravity tractor concept. It involves sending a spacecraft to orbit the asteroid and using the spacecraft's own gravity to gently nudge the asteroid off course over time. It's like towing an asteroid with a cosmic tow truck, and if all else fails, there's always the nuclear option. detonating a nuclear warhead near the asteroid to vaporize part of its surface, creating a jet of gas that would act like a rocket engine, pushing it off course. This is a last resort, of course, with potential drawbacks. So while we have some potential defense strategies in our back pocket, the first line of defense is knowledge. That's why scientists worldwide are constantly monitoring 2024 YR4, tracking its orbit with incredible precision. They're using powerful telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope to study its composition and trajectory. Think of it like this. Imagine trying to predict where a baseball will land if you only get to see a tiny fraction of its flight path. That's the challenge astronomers face when tracking asteroids. But they've gotten pretty good at it, using complex mathematical models and computer simulations to predict asteroid orbits years, even decades in advance. And as 2024 YR4 gets closer to Earth in the coming years, our ability to track its path will only improve, giving us even more confidence in our predictions. Now here's an interesting tidbit about 2024 YR4. It's not a one-time visitor to our neck of the cosmic woods. It's expected to make a few close approaches to Earth over the next century. But don't worry, close is a relative term in astronomy. We're talking millions of miles, not the hair's breadth that some media outlets might sensationalize. Still, these close encounters give scientists valuable opportunities to study 2024 YR4 up close and personal, refining their predictions and testing out potential deflection strategies if needed. It's like having a slightly unpredictable neighbour who pops in for a visit every few years. A bit unnerving at first, but ultimately harmless. And hey, who knows? Maybe one day we'll even send a robotic probe to land on 2024 YR4 and learn more about its secrets. So, to sum it up, an asteroid hitting Earth on Christmas 2032. Possible, but about as likely as finding a unicorn wearing a Santa hat. The real threats to Christmas are far more terrestrial. Burnt turkeys, last-minute shopping frenzies, and family arguments over who gets the last slice of pie. But hey, a little cosmic perspective never hurt anyone. So this holiday season, take a moment to appreciate the vastness of space, the wonders of the universe, and the fact that despite the occasional asteroid scare, we live on a remarkably resilient planet. Now more than ever, it's crucial to be discerning consumers of information. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, especially when it comes to sensationalized headlines about asteroids. Instead, turn to reputable sources like NASA, the European Space Agency, and trusted scientific publications. These organizations have teams of dedicated scientists working tirelessly to track potentially hazardous objects and keep us informed. Remember, knowledge is power. By staying informed and thinking critically, we can avoid unnecessary panic and appreciate the wonders of the cosmos without letting fear overshadow our curiosity. So, this holiday season, as you gather with loved ones, don't let the thought of rogue asteroids dampen your spirits. Instead, step outside on a clear night, look up at the stars, and marvel at the sheer scale and beauty of the universe we inhabit. And if you happen to see a shooting star streaking across the sky, don't worry. It's probably just a tiny piece of cosmic dust burning up harmlessly in our atmosphere. Happy holidays, and keep looking up.